Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we have the AGM M10 and we're going to start with our frequently asked questions first. And as you see right there in our frequently asked questions, this device lasts a long time because it has good battery life, because it doesn't have Android. It runs a very basic version of RTOS, and that can be a hindrance for you or that can be something that you enjoy. So the device comes with a camera, potato cam. Do not expect anything better. It does have a charging port and a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is appreciated. It's a USB-C device. It does have 3 LED indicators, one for battery, one for messages, and one for calls. I highly recommend you get this phone for calls only, and we'll get to that in just a second. And then it has kind of like a very basic design for the flip phone version. So, very small screen. This is essentially for calls only and maybe multimedia. The messaging experience is not great, and that is due to the outdated inbox-outbox system. So when you write a message, you will get all of your kind of like received messages on the inbox, and then whenever you send them out, you will put them on the outbox. So you can do a new MMS or new SMS, and I mean, again, you have triple click, and it works pretty fast, as you see right there. You're able to type whatever it is that you want. Hello, and it does also have the ability to have predictive text. So if you have not only a bunch of symbols, but you also have predictive text. Here it is. Kind of like, okay, which language? You do have a lot of options, which is extremely appreciated. However, it's not that helpful when the messaging experience just sucks, right? So you have the inbox outbox system, you have drafts, you have sendbox. So they go from the outbox to the sendbox, and it just gets a little bit complicated on the messaging side of things. So I don't necessarily recommend this device for messaging. However, phone calls were pretty good, for a cheaper device that's less than $100. I think is excellent for that. The call quality, the connection, VoLTE LTE works very well. It does have a basic calendar. You can get, your appointments in and reminders, no sync, no nothing like that. That's a Bluetooth that comes with a torch, and you can activate it, as you see right there. Here it's in the back. And it does have some of those basic utilities that most people are looking for. It does play multimedia, and it does have music, and that comes with profiles like normal, silent, or if you're in a meeting. It does not come with that annoying sound that most of these RTOS devices come with. So that is greatly appreciated. When it comes to the kind of like LEDs, you can turn them on and off. This device is going to last a long time, 4 or 5 days very easily. You can probably extend it to a week on battery life, and depending on your usage, of course, if you're going to call a lot, if you're going to text a lot. But I highly recommend this device for those of you who are looking for something simple, very easy, and with a camera that can do the job, but don't recommend you use it, honestly, because the camera is just potato cam quality. It holds its own for certain aspects and for some lightning conditions, but I don't recommend it. You also have the ability to take a look at the pictures, go to the profiles, change a few things, but no games, no nothing, no apps, nothing smart. It's just something super basic. It does come with a radio, however, and that is very appreciated. I really like that, and it has the button right there, which you can just press, go to the radio, listen to it, and have that ability to get entertained in that way, or you can download podcasts and put them in the multimedia files, whichever it is that you want. It's a very, very simple phone, very basic device. Something maybe for, first device, you don't put a lot of data into this. You maybe get a cheaper plan, maybe a burner phone, or something for emergencies that is going to last a long time. You only have to charge once a month or so because you don't use it a lot. I think that that's where this device lands, but nothing crazy to see here. AGM has delivered yet another one of those basic devices, but it can be helpful for some of you who are looking for something simple, or maybe for an elderly person or a teenager that needs communication but doesn't need the apps or a browser. That is the essential novelty here. It does not have a browser. It does not have some of those things, but you can still do calls and texts, which are some of the basic necessities. If you have any questions about this device or any of the other devices out there that I have reviewed, make sure to put them in the comments below, and I'll be interacting with you guys. I'll see you guys soon as I get back from my trip. Thank you, and bye-bye.